What's up, guys? I just got finished watching the Microsoft Xbox E3 conference, and it was pretty exciting. I have a lot to talk about, so let's get right into it. So as we know, going into this conference, everybody had high expectations from Microsoft because of the fact that they are lacking tons of first-party games for their console. People had this conference as a make it or break it for the Xbox One to succeed in the upcoming years. And they did deliver, in my opinion, on tons of games, and they did deliver overall as a conference to increase the hype and the expectations for Microsoft for years to come. They started it off with a bang instantly, showing a quick, brief trailer of Halo Infinite, which will obviously be the 6th iteration of the Halo game. And the big thing that come out of this trailer, because they didn't show very much, was Master Chief. It looks like you will be getting Master Chief back, and they will be the main character that you play as in this Halo game. And I'm a massive Halo fan, so kicking off the conference like that got me hyped instantly, and I just couldn't wait to see what else they had to show. Then Phil Spencer came out, he talked a bit, and he talked about how they have 50 games they want to show off, 18 exclusives, and 15 world premieres, and they delivered on all of this. They showed tons of stuff. They kicked it off with Ori and the Will of the Wisp. So if you played the previous Ori game, it was a great game. This one looks really awesome, looks really fun, and I can't wait to try it. Then they showed Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and it is a samurai action fighting game, which looks really cool. They then went on a tangent of announcing games, showing off games that are coming to the Xbox One, their third-party games. They listed a bunch off that are coming out. So they showed Fallout 76. They showed the first trailer for it. It will be taking place in West Virginia, and there'll be a lot of rebuilding elements to this game. They show that Fallout 4 will be making its way to the Xbox Game Pass, which you'll be able to download right now. And if you have an Xbox One X, it will be fully updated in 4K, and it's supposed to look amazing. They showed Crackdown 3, another trailer, Nier Automata, which was out on the PlayStation 4, which will now be coming to the Xbox One on June 26th. They showed Metro Exodus, which will be coming out on February 22nd, 2019. Kingdom Hearts 3, they showed another trailer, which will be coming out in January. They showed Sea of Thieves, and the 2 new expansions coming up, the Forsaken Shores and the Cursed Sail expansion. Battlefield 5, and then they went on and they showed some more exclusive stuff, some big announcements for Microsoft. Started kicking it off with Forza Horizon 4, which will be set in Britain, and it will feature dynamic seasons in a shared open world. So basically, when the seasons change for you, it will change for everybody in the game, and the destruction that other players have in the game, you will see in your game, and the cars on the road will all be live players. So it sounds really awesome. The game looked really cool, especially the drifting part of that trailer looked absolutely amazing. It will be in 60 FPS on the Xbox One X, and they'll have a thing called Forzathon Live, which means that there will be events that come up in Forza Horizon 4, and everybody in the world at the time can take part in those events. And this will be released on October 2nd, and if you have Xbox Game Pass, you will get it for free on release date. One big thing that came out of this conference, in my opinion, was just the increase in value for the Xbox Games Pass. I personally think currently right now, at its current price point and everything you get, it is very good. But with tons of the games that they announced in this conference that will be coming to the Xbox Game Pass, that are either older games or games coming out on day one when they launch for the Xbox, just really increases the value. In my opinion, there isn't a better deal in video games right now than that Xbox Game Pass. You get so many good games. It's not streaming to your console. You download them, so you don't have to worry about the lag or anything. And it's only $10 or $11 a month, depending on where you're located in the world. It's just a great value, and I think everybody should definitely check it out and at least give it a try. At least sign up for the trial of it if you haven't been sold on the Xbox Game Pass yet. And then they went on to a massive announcement, in my opinion, that is going to set up the Xbox brand and an Xbox video game console for years to come, and especially going into the next Xbox console, the next generation. And that is that they have acquired 5 new studios into their Microsoft studios. And the first one is called The Initiative. The second one is Undead Labs, and they are the creators of State of Decay. The third one is Playground Games, and of course they create Forza. The fifth one is Ninja Theory, and they're known for Hellblade. And then the last one was Compulsion Games, and they are the creators of We Happy Few, which was that kind of thriller style of game that you're set in a world where everybody is taking happy pills in order to mask the treacherous things that are going on in the world that they are living. This game is supposed to be released on August 10th, and now they are part of Microsoft Studios. So if that is a good game, we're going to get more games like that coming to the Xbox One exclusively. So these announcements of these Fire Steels, in my opinion, are massive for Xbox, and it really sets them up for the future. And it really gives gamers who have an Xbox and don't have any other console hope of all the great stuff that will be coming to the console. They then went on and talked about a bunch of other games that they are coming out with. So there's going to be new modes in PUBG that they will be releasing. The Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition was shown here at the E3 conference and will be coming to the Xbox One. This is the first time this game has made its way over to the West. They showed a long trailer for the Division 2, which will be coming out on March 15th, 2019, and it looked pretty good. I mean, honestly, it looked very similar to the First Division, but the First Division, I think, was a decent game. It got a lot of flack when it first came out, but it really continued to improve as it went on in its life cycle. And this trailer looked pretty good, pretty interesting, great graphics, and a great atmosphere, I think, for the Division 2. And then it kind of switched gears a bit, and they had the person who runs the Xbox Games Pass talk about Fast Start, which is... there's two ways to start your Xbox now, so you can either turn it off completely or you can have it in a way that it goes to sleep but it doesn't completely turn off, and you can suspend games this way. Well, they're coming up with a new technique called Fast Start, which will use machine learning to see how gamers play games and make their console start up 2 times faster than it currently does. And this will be coming in the next update for the Xbox One in June. They stayed on the Xbox Game Pass topic, and they showed even more how much value this Game Pass actually has by saying that the Halo Master Chief Collection will be coming to the Game Pass, the Division, the first game, the Elder Scrolls Online, and then they reiterated that Fallout 4 is now available on the Xbox Games Pass alongside the Division and the Elder Scrolls Online, and they're all enhanced in 4K, which is really awesome. They showed off Tomb Raider, which is coming out on September 14th, and then they went to a quick little trailer that when I first saw it, I'm like, yes, Skate 4 is coming out, but it is not Skate 4. It is an exclusive Xbox game, skateboarding game called Session, and I love skateboarding games, so I got actually very excited when they showed this off. It may not be the thing that excited a lot of people, but I absolutely went crazy when they showed this because I love skateboarding games, and I really hope they come with a very real simulation skateboard game that is really fun to play. And it's really cool that they have this exclusive to the Xbox, and I think this will pull a lot of gamers over, especially those ones that like Tony Hawk and the Skate series and just extreme sport games in general, because there aren't that many out there these days. They've really died down, at least compared to the last generation and the generation before, in my opinion. And then they announced another exclusive game called Black Desert, and I think it's an MMORPG. I mean, the trailer may look like it was an action RPG, but in the title at the end it said MMORPG. It looked pretty interesting. Definitely am interested in seeing more on that. And then the crowd went crazy because they showed Devil May Cry 5. So Devil May Cry is back with a Devil May Cry 5, and it looks really cool. I loved the remake DMC. I know a lot of people who are Devil May Cry fans didn't like it as much, but I absolutely loved it. I love Devil May Cry as a series in general, and I did love that DMC remake of the game. Then they showed that there will be some Cuphead DLC coming in 2019, and they showed off another exclusive game after that called Tunic, and this actually looks very awesome to me. It looks like kind of a Zelda clone, and it's an action platformer, and you're playing as I think it's a fox. That's the character in the game, the main character. But it looks actually really fun. I love the art style, I love the view of the game, and I just like Zelda style of games in general, so I'm excited to see more about this game. And then they stopped and they showed off a bunch more world premieres, the first time some games have ever been shown. Starting with a fighting game called Jump Force, which takes characters from many different universes like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. Looks like a pretty cool fighting game. They didn't show any gameplay of it, but it does sound interesting for sure. Then they showed off Dying Light 2, which looks amazing. And this game will have big updates from Dying Light 1. It'll be set in the modern Dark Ages, and you will have choices in this game that will have genuine consequences to how the world looks and plays out. And there will be a full functioning ecosystem within this game, and it just looks absolutely amazing. I'm super pumped for this to come out. And they kind of shocked everybody because they will be releasing a new Battletoads game in 2019. Obviously, I'm very excited for that as well. And then they ended it off with Just Cause 4 will premiere, and then a big Gears of War thing. So they will be releasing a Gears of War pop figure mobile game, which I wasn't that excited about. A Gears Tactics PC turn-based game with a character-driven story, which again, I wasn't that excited about. Then they made up for it all with the Gears name, with Gears 5. You'll be playing as Kate, and it looks like a redemption story or a story where you're going back in time to see what really happened in the Gears universe. And it is a game where Kate takes off as a lone wolf pretty much and has another Gears follow her. And at the very end of the trailer, it shows Kate kind of turning on the guy who's following her. So it looks like it's going to be a great story. I'm really excited for Gears 5. I love the Gears series. I love everything about all of the games. I really enjoyed Gears 4, and I can't wait to see more on Gears 5. And then Phil Spencer came out, talked about the future of Xbox and what they're doing with their technology and their resources, and how they are working on console quality streaming to any device. They are working on Microsoft AI, which will be like an AI that learns how you play games. I think similar to the Fast Start that I talked about earlier. And we thought that was it, but they ended it off with Cyberpunk 2077, the world premiere trailer. And I'm absolutely excited for this. This comes from the makers of The Witcher, so you know this is going to be an amazing game. And the game looks so cool, and I hope they show more gameplay of this game sometime at some point during E3. And that was it. And in my opinion, it was one of the best Xbox E3 conferences to date. I absolutely thought it was great. Even though they didn't announce that many first-party exclusives that will be coming out soon, they showed off the potential and the hype that you should have around Xbox with requiring those 5 additional studios. And the Games Pass itself was a big star in my eyes. I think that is the best value in gaming, and there's so much coming to that. There's so much that Xbox is doing well. Yes, they don't have the big first party exclusives that Sony has, but I think that will be coming down the road with these studios. But there's so much other stuff they are doing well, and there's so many good games coming to the Xbox that are third party as well. So I mean, there's still so much there for the Xbox gamer, and I think they knocked it out of the park with this conference. And I'm really happy to see the direction that Xbox is going. They also announced that they are working on the next generation of Xbox consoles right at the very end, which is a good thing. And these new studios that they acquired, like I said, will set them up perfectly for that. So yeah, it was a great conference. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out, especially if you're an Xbox fan. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to this channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.